Today we're going to talk about squats. How did we get to this topic? Because you guys asked. Actually, 2 or 3 people, I think it's 3 now. 3 people in 1 week asked me about, what about squats? And I'm going to tell you it's one of the most difficult topics. It's very simple, but there's just so much involved, and the way each individual is built, and going about the squat, we're going to all move differently, have different limitations. So we're going to try to make sense of it all. But the number one question, I think that's the most important, is to ask yourself, why do you think you need to be doing so many squats in the first place? I think that's the best question, right? It's like, are you trying to achieve more range of motion? Do you have any sort of pain? Are you just trying to work on your glutes and try to tone up and firm up your lower body? So there's different ways to go about it, but I guess to make it simple, we're just going to try to help people achieve the best looking squat that they can, right? I mean, and to do it safely. Because if you're going to do a squat, if you can do it safely and without any restrictions and with the right type of movement, you can do it over and over and over and over again, which means you can use it as an exercise to facilitate your weight loss. You burn calories and get stronger, basically.
Why do you like the squat? Why do you think it's a good exercise?
I think squatting is a good exercise for males. Okay, I know I'm talking to a bunch of females there, but for males, the number one exercise, if you can only do 1 or 2, would be squatting and deadlifting, because of the effect it has on your testosterone levels, your hormones. For women, it's a great way to use the strength that women have naturally, good amount of strength in their lower body, and you can burn a lot of calories and work a large number of muscles with one exercise.
Yeah, that's actually the point I like to point out that I didn't know about. You know, when you're trying to work out, especially in our weight loss community, and your objective is to lose weight, too many of our bariatric patients spend too much time doing stuff like walking on a treadmill and doing bicep curls, when they need to be doing more appropriate exercises like these squats and deadlifts that he's talking about, because they're working big muscle groups. And small muscle groups.
Just a ton of muscle groups with one exercise.
But a lot of people mess up on squats. We're going to do squats real quick right now. And Miguel's going to stand up closer.
Yeah, I'm going to get close. Duck's going to get far away.
So what are some common mistakes people make?
Not going low enough, because they think, or they've heard that going low is hard on the knees.
All right, so you can adjust the camera as needed.
Okay, we're gonna go down.
Maybe you're only doing like that much.
So the first thing we're gonna want to do is, the first thing I do with somebody is look at their squat from the front, from the side, and from the back, so I can just see what's going on. Okay. So, and another thing is, usually this test is called an overhead squat. You do it with your arms straight up overhead, and that's going to tell me a lot about your upper body, but we're not going to go there. So I'm going to just have you put your hands on your hips.
Okay.
Just like,
hand on your hips.
less attitude. Thank you. So your feet, I don't like to cue this a whole lot. I just want to see what somebody thinks a squat looks like. Like well, you know, because Okay. Here, what are some things going on here? Like, you're like, hey, it's a great squat. Keep going about 4 or 5 times, okay? What I'm seeing a little bit is, I'm not even going to tell you anything. I'll tell you at the end. Boom. That looks like a pretty decent squat, right?
Okay.
Now let's do
but I've been doing it for a year.
Let's do it from the side. Do you have any pain when you do that?
No.
No pain. Anywhere.
Not right now.
Not right now, not until we put those weights in his hand. Okay, hey, that's a pretty good squat. When we first started, Duck has a pretty good range of motion, so he can actually drop it all the way down into a. You see that? It's tough to get there. Almost everybody can get there. It's just that they have a little bit of restrictions. Their muscles are too tight, so you can stop right there. Now face away from the camera. Okay. And then I'm just kind of looking at looking at the back there. We're doing funny things to you back here. Because he's not looking. Okay, no.
Woo,
So,
my thighs are
thighs, first of all, it's a great warm-up. He's not even very heavy, right? But just lowering your body up and down is a great warm-up. It warms up the ankles. It warms up the knees. It warms up the hip. So some things I was looking for that, just to clean that up a bit, right? I want the descent to take those two kneecaps and literally just push them out to the side, okay? Like super exaggerate that motion. Good. That's number one. That's the number one thing I would, you see that?
pushing the knees.
Pushing the
Supposed to point
knees
the camera,
out.
like we talked about.
I was pointing right there, that knee and that kneecap right there, and they go away from one another.
Nice.
Like you're trying to take that kneecap and take it towards that wall, that kneecap and take it towards that wall.
One of the mistakes people make is they let their knees come together, right?
And you let the knees come together.
That's a
Okay.
mistake.
That is a mistake, and what that signifies is weakness right there in the butt. Not right.
Here?
No, actually not right there. Turn to the side. Forward again.
Here?
It's your glute medius. This
Oh.
right there. He's a little guy, and actually it's your gluteals, right? In total, you got a few of them back there, and then when they work with one another, they're going to help pull those knees out. And when you have your knees collapsing, that signifies a weakness there, and probably something going down at your feet.
So you want to keep your knees apart, not let them come together.
Exactly.
That's
because
bad.
that's going to collapse the arch in your foot.
Okay, so my feet are not good.
And we need to work on the gluteals. Almost everybody has a weak gluteals. Women are going to have a tougher time with this because of the width of the hips. Okay? Women's hips are just a bit wider than ours. So then you're going to have a more drastic angle of that femur bone, the bone right there at the top.
Okay.
If it's wider, the bones are going to have more of an angle, and then down at the knee, you're going to have that break, kind of like cave your knees in like a knock knee. You're going to have a more pronounced version of this, okay? Which means we need more glute strength.
To keep them apart.
Now, we've kind of talked about, and I can go on and on and on about just that, the feet and the knees. Now let's look at what's going on at the hip, okay? We're just going to do this systematically here.
Okay.
I don't see that you have a weight transfer from left to right, so now we're going to look at the position of the low back while we're doing the squat, okay? So let's just kind of see what's going on there.
It's nice and straight.
I would like for the knees, which go down again real slow, come on. I'd like for the knees not to be out in front of the toes quite that much. There we go. Sit it back.
Oh, that hurt.
And it's really going to put the load right on your butt there, right there. Okay.
Oh, right here.
You want to feel it all back there. Here's some mistakes that people are going to make is when you're doing squats, if you feel it in your thighs,
Yeah.
right there in the front of your leg,
Yeah.
you're using too much quads, too much of your thigh here.
It should be in the butt.
You should feel it all back there in the hamstrings, in the butt, in the side of the legs.
And to get that butt feel, you got to bring the knees back.
Yes.
Right?
I like to, have I ever given you the icky toilet reference there?
What's
Icky toilet, right? Look like girls want, if there's an icky toilet, you're not going to sit your butt straight down there. You're going to push your hips back, and you're going to hover over that toilet.
The icky toilet.
The icky toilet. Just push it back, and then you put your hands out in front of you, and you're like, God, do not let me fall back. Because I'm in a porta potty right now, and this is disgusting.
Miguel invented a new dance, the icky toilet
The
dance.
icky toilet.
Like, icky
Yeah,
toilet.
that's right.
I mean, the icky
So-
toilet dance.
So we were looking at the back,
Icky
and
toilet
and,
dance.
and all that we want to look at from the side view, is the angle of the back, so that you have your core engaged.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about
So
the core.
so give me a
Core needs to be
loose
tight.
a disengaged core with a lot of arch to the back. Okay, let me see that. Okay, do it one more time. A lot of arch. Okay, now lock that core in, lock it tight, lock it tight. Kick the hips back, and then go down. There's a difference. It's a very subtle, but what I'm
Tight.
exactly. Well, and what we don't want, let's pick this back up. The biggest no-no, one of the biggest no-nos of squatting is seeing your back and your hips move while you're going down. And what's going to happen is you're going to go down and your butt starts to tuck under, and then it'll come back up.
Why is that
and
bad?
then you stand up. Because you're getting movement in your low back at the bottom of that movement. So what's happening is you hit the bottom of a squat.
Yeah.
Your hamstrings, or more than likely is the culprit, it's too tight, and it's pulling, it's just a battle, and your hamstrings are very strong, and it's going to tuck those hips underneath, and then you're going to get articulation in your low back.
And that could hurt your low back.
Exactly, especially if you decided to like grab a weight with this movement. So we work first on getting the depth and the right range of motion through your ankles,
Awesome.
knees, and hips,
Awesome.
and that's your good old squat.
Thank
and
you
then,
guys for this.
then you fine tune to your own needs. Okay?
Thank you guys for the share. We're going to keep this one a little bit short. We're going to get off here in a second. But real quick, if a patient's just getting started, one, they need a trainer, right? Or at least someone to really assist them on good posture. But number two, if they're not able to do a squat by themselves, can they hold on to the structure? Like, could they hold on to a bar?
You could hold on to suspension trainers are really good for this. People have heard of like the TRX.
There's something at home that we
straps.
just hang on to.
Yeah, so straps around something, holding on and sitting back a little bit. But then it's like, okay, once I've done that, like where do I go from here? Am I even doing this correctly? So it's going to take just a trained eye to watch these things.
Yeah, you know, a trained eye, that's a really important point, because when I first got started with Miguel, I thought I could do a decent squat, and I'd squat, and it was easy for me because I'm pretty flexible, as he mentioned, and he just stood there, he was like, yeah, no, we gotta work. That's not a good squat. I was like, that's a squat, like what are you talking about? And it was just kind of amazing when you have someone who knows what they're looking at judging you. So say hello to some people. Hi, Amber Simmons, Amy Broad. What about wall sitting? Oh.
What about wall sitting?
Oh.
That's
Hi,
just
BJ
a
Grace.
whole other ball of wax, really.
Wall sitting is something else, and I learned wall sitting on P90X, and I don't recommend that at all. That P90X.
I've never felt like the benefit from something like that.
Yeah.
I'm because most people that can do that for a long time, you feel the burn in your thighs, right? In your quads, they're just cooking. But in a squat, we're trying to get away from using those quads so much and put it in other areas.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying it's bad.
I didn't realize the squat involved so much buttocks and hamstrings. I didn't realize I had such tight hamstrings and a weak ass. I'm weak ass.
So the first group that's going, your patients that are going
this Saturday.
starting Saturday, I had 12 people that were interested, and now I have 6 that are a definite. But I understand. I haven't looked today. I understand people were out on vacation, and they even told me, look, I'm not even going to be back till Wednesday. That's fine, but there might be some openings. So if you want, and those 10 people are going to be everybody else's mentor when it comes to squatting, because we're going to get way into that.
So just to reset on that, Miguel offered an 8-week beginner's course for my patients. So if you live here in Albuquerque, you guys are going to meet one Saturday a week. Oh, there's only one Saturday a week, but every Saturday for 8 weeks in a row, starting this Saturday. He had 10 slots opening for beginners, but by beginners it means you don't go to the gym. You're able to get up and down off the ground, was probably the only requirement. You don't need any equipment. And he had 10 slots open, and 12 people contacted him, but now he has 6 confirmed yeses, so he might have 4 or 5 more openings here. So personal message Miguel, he's tagged on this broadcast on the Sports Surgeon fan page, and then he's going to get started, and then after the beginners group goes through, he'll offer an intermediate group and eventually an advanced group. So you'll end up 8 times 8 times 8, 24-week workout program. And the idea with the workout program is to show you how to work out properly. It's not to give you six-pack abs, right?
Right.
I want to be very clear about that. He's Cerebro trainer. Miguel, the Cerebro
Yeah,
trainer.
you're going to have to take these things that you've learned on Saturday and then implement it during the week.
Right.
And kind of figure it out on your own. I want you to think for yourself. It's not a Jillian Michaels like, hey, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Not like that.
Yeah. So Nikki Erickson wants to know about if it's going to be online. The answer is secret. Yes. Yes, I think we're going to eventually get it online. We want to get Miguel used to working with obese patients first, and then have obese patients get used to working with Miguel, and then we will create an online workout system. Cheryl Freeman, I think, is going right when you're. Kathy is going. Is Kathy Contreras? I think.
Yes. Freeman, I think. Yeah, there was one
We'll
of
see.
the original. I'm going to get a hold of all of them today.
So he's going to contact everyone today, hit some firm confirmations, and if he has slots available, he'll text me and let me know, and then I can post it. All right, Yolanda Miles is going. Awesome. So.
Well, then that's
Yep. And then for those of you who don't know, I currently am running a special on joining the Sleeve Academy for 4th of July. It's going to be the July 5th sale, so I have it up for one more day. The Sleeve Academy is my online course, but also it's an online community. I have a secret community for the Sleeve Academy that we use. And the Sleeve Academy is basically Dr. V TV. You're going to get all of my Dr. V stuff and the new materials, a lot of discounts. To join that group is normally $19.95. That's $1,995, not $20. $1,995. For the remainder of today, it's on special for $297, or 2 payments of $169. So very affordable. That's going to go down today. I'm going to take that offer down today. So you have the rest of the day. I hope you take me up on that offer. Well, otherwise, we'll see you next week. All right. Workout Wednesdays. Work out carefully, don't get injured, and have fun working out. And remember, working out is not good for weight loss, but it's awesome for your cardiovascular health.
Try those squats.
Yes.
Apply what you've learned and let me know what problems you've run into.
Yes.
Like, oh, yeah. So we can fine tune this. I want to get that good information out there. So.
And your fan page once again?
Miguel's Fitness Community.
Miguel's
Almost
Fitness
up to
Community.
1,000.
Yes. Yeah. Well, why don't you put a link to it later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you guys.